Car sales professionals, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I can guarantee you 5 to 10 extra sales per month in the next 120 days or your money back guaranteed. So you're probably asking right now, okay, cool. How can this guy back up such a crazy claim? So just to give you context, my name is TJ Nguyen and I've helped almost over 300 sales professionals in over 30 states, and I've spent over $500,000 in ad spend, and my clients have made millions of dollars in take-home commissions, and we've been able to produce results like this.
Well, you know that here, I don't know in the other states, but here we pay like a 33% or something crazy. I think I made like 60 something.
So you made 60 grand. Okay.
17 units, 105 in the front. Average commission is almost 29,992 payable.
Say 3,500 from TikTok and Facebook. So 14.5 or 15,000.
Before, I would average about 20 cars, 18 to 20 grand on the 20 cars. Yeah, now like 30, about 30.
I am making now probably more money than I made since I've been back on the floor selling.
And I was just busy all day with my own appointment that I created for myself. And it felt amazing. I was like, dude, if I could do this every day, like I really wouldn't have to be on a schedule. I'd be on my own schedule.
So if you're watching this and you've probably been in car sales for a little while now, you're really good at sales and you're at a dealership you love and you're really committed to the car business, but you know you could be making more money at this moment. But here's the problem, right? At the dealership that you're at, the current situation is that, your income's unpredictable, right? There's weeks where sometimes you won't even sell a car. Your income's up and down because of it, and you're feeling stuck within the growth of your career. You've been here for, a little while now, and you're starting to see that the runway for your career is kind of coming down to a halt, and you're about to start hitting a plateau, if you haven't hit it already. You have so much more potential, but the problem is because of the situation that you're in and because you work at the dealership, you're obviously trading your time for money. You end up going in on your days off. You have no time outside of the dealership. And that leads you to ask yourself if you're in the right vehicle or what else is left, right? What's next? And so the reason why a lot of this is happening is because you operate as a part of the dealership's sales system, okay? Because the dealership is literally in charge of the entire process from A to Z. They control getting the opportunities. On top of that, they control how many opportunities that are given. And not to mention after that, it's then divvied up across your managers or the BDC department to every single other sales professional on the entire sales floor. That means competition can be very fierce, meaning that in your situation, there's lots of variables that you don't control. Literally, in your situation, the only thing that you can control is how good you are at your job. How good are you at actually being able to close these deals and actually be able to close more opportunities? The problem with this is essentially you are a piece within their system. You are in their box, you're playing their game because they have the entire system. All you are a part of in terms of this process is just closing deals and getting people to sign on that piece of paper. So the issue with this is, your income is solely tied to your ability to be able to produce, meaning that everything is outside of your control. Like, you can't control how many leads you get. You can't control the amount of opportunities you get. You can't control the consistency. You can't control the growth, meaning you're forced to be in a situation where you're sacrificing everything to be able to just, work for a paycheck. You're sacrificing your time with your loved ones, your friends, your families, and essentially you're in this rat race of trading your time for money, and essentially, your goals aren't coming to fruition. So after working with hundreds of sales professionals, this is where we've been able to produce what we call the dealership arbitrage model. And the dealership arbitrage model is essentially the concept that you're able to build your own business within a business, okay? Because what you're going to be able to do is use and leverage the dealership to provide you the products to your customers, and all you have to do is build a system around the dealership to sell cars to people who need them. And so by being able to do this, you are able to create your own sales system. So the reality of it is that, you have to be able to break free from the dealership system and create your own system that you control. Okay. And so by building your own business and having a system that you can control, you can obviously control the growth of your income. You can have more predictability in your income, and you can build a business and a life that serves you, because now you're the one that's in control, right? You have the leverage, and now you're using the dealership to just use as a piece in your puzzle to be able to deliver a product to the customers that are wanting it, right? So now you've flipped the script on top of its head, and now you're in a position of leverage, and you're able to use the dealership to hit your own personal goals, right? So the whole idea is that you need to go from, being a piece in the puzzle of the dealership's system, and being in a place where you have no control and being an employee of the dealership system, to being able to transition and build your own system and build your own business where you have all of the control, right? And so by being able to create your own sales system, it's really broken down into a few main things, right? You need a process to be able to consistently get people in who are interested in purchasing a vehicle and getting them into a car, making money off of that, okay? So you need a process to generate leads, and you need a process to get appointments. Then you need to be able to sell. Obviously, that's what you're in charge of. And then you need a process to actually be able to retain your clients, right? You need them to actually not only send their friends and families, but buy from you again, right? So the dealership arbitrage model is broken down into these three core components, which is a marketing system to help you generate leads, a CRM to help you book your appointments, and then a retention system to help you retain your clients and get them to send their friends and family to you. And you're in charge of what you do best, which is actually being able to go ahead and sell. Okay? So what do we actually do for you, and how are we able to help you get to your desired result? It's on an extra 5 to 10 cars per month, okay? So the first month, it's a 4-month process, and it's designed around setting up your sales system. And the other 3 months is around training you, optimizing and executing so that you can actually learn how to have this system, build your business around it, and be able to operate it in the future, okay? So let's break it down. With the first thing that we're really going to be focusing on is the marketing system, okay? You can't be waiting around for opportunities. You have to start creating your own opportunities, and you need to be able to generate your own leads, okay? So very simply put, what we're going to do is we're going to set up the marketing system by helping you create ads, right, that capture local attention and drive traffic from people who are local buyers, and they're in the market and they're ready to buy, right? And then we create the content on your social media pages, and we drive engagement to start DMs, and we drive them to your website to collect some information. So the process is going to look a little something like this once you launch your ad. Okay, so first we're going to be able to launch those ads on Facebook and on Instagram, and people are actually going to go ahead and see your ads, which is then going to drive traffic to either your social media page or to your website, which from there you're going to be able to have engagement and somebody give you their information where you then have a point of contact, right? So for example, from your Facebook, they see an ad, they go to your website, they fill out an application to give you some information about their current situation. And then from there, that contact information goes to your CRM. In terms of the Instagram side, they see your ad, they go to your page, they like and engage with your content, and then from there you have a point of contact to then start working them through the DMs, right? And your ad is going to look a little something like this.
Hey, do you have an older vehicle, perhaps higher in mileage, beat up, or just simply not meeting your expectations? I'm Junior Giannis.
So your ad is designed to capture people's attention and draw traffic and push them to some of these pages, so then you have leads, which is what we're going to help you set up all the way from A to Z, when it comes all the way down from the video itself all the way to the pages and getting everything set up so that you can start generating your own opportunities. So now that you have your lead gen system set up properly, and now you're generating opportunities and you're driving your own traffic, the next important part is having a CRM. Okay, so the CRM is really important for you to actually be able to set appointments, right? And the CRM is going to allow you to streamline your day-to-day, and as you start working your leads, get people's information into your own CRM, so that allows you to actually separate your own data from all of the leads that you're generating into your own CRM. So now you have full control over your data, which allows you to separate yourself and have your own business, because your information is the most important part. You need to have a place to actually retain and store your data and be able to own it. So being able to have your own CRM, you're able to either work your leads through the CRM, or you're going to be working your leads through the DMs. While working all of your leads in the CRM or within your DMs, you're then able to use your appointment booking process that is set up within your CRM. You use your CRM to schedule appointments so that you can organize your workflow and get people onto your calendar, and then have people then show up to the dealership. So we're going to set up that CRM so that you can start using the appointment setting system to actually book in appointments and get them to show up to the dealership. So once you've gotten people to actually show up to the appointment, obviously that's where you work your magic. That's what you do best, which is actually closing. And then afterwards, you then need to focus on then retaining that client and making sure that not only do you build a relationship with them, but then you also get them to buy from you again. So it's really important by having that relationship that you're going to start building up and compounding your customer base in the long term, which is going to allow you to have that compounding effect with your business. Okay. So to have that process, we install a retention process that allows you to stay top of mind. We use our CRM and our social media pages to stay at top of mind, and we use automations from the CRM to develop and nurture a relationship with them, so then when they're ready to buy from us, they buy from us instead of anybody else. And I'm sure you've had previous customers actually come into the dealership and they don't buy from you, and that's one of the worst feelings, because they've already purchased from you and then they're not going to buy from you again. So you need to have a system and process in place for this, which is what we're going to give you. So with the CRM, what we're going to do is we have a completely built out automated process where they send text and emails to nurture that relationship, to then have them send their friends and their families. And not only that, but then we're going to have consistent ads and content that once they have followed your page, they become a part of your ecosystem, you're always going to be on top of their mind, because now you have this process that is compounding for you and your business. So that's how the system works. And now you're probably wondering, how do we implement this entire system from A to Z? Okay, so how are you going to get trained? We're going to help you train to actually learn how to use the system so that you can operate it yourself through group coaching calls, okay, and one-on-one accountability. You have a course material that's really straight to the point, shows you exactly how to do everything from A to Z, and you have a private community with other like-minded individuals, with other people that are trying to grow and build their own business, that you're going to be able to get help from. So how are we going to help you execute? We're going to help you be accountable by using what we call our grading system, okay? So the grading system is designed to help you execute, hold you accountable, and have very clear expectations for what you're supposed to be doing on a daily basis that allow you to actually learn, implement, and then execute on having this system in your business, okay? So essentially how the grading system works on a high level is there's a few things that you're supposed to be doing on a daily basis that we're going to grade you off of in terms of completion, okay? So let's say, for example, you work 5 days out of the week. We're going to grade you in every single category. And then at the end of the week, what we're going to do is then we're going to divide up how much did you execute. That's going to give you your weighted grade at the end of the week, which is added up every single month to give you a cumulative grade. So why does the program work so well? Well, it's as simple as this, okay? So our end of the bargain is simply providing you a process that is proven, that will work for you, and that will help you get the results. Your end of the bargain is just implementing everything that we tell you to do so that you can actually produce change. So with those two things, we know for a fact that we can start to guarantee our results to you, because it's based off of giving you a system and a proven process that works. And all your end of the bargain is just to do what you do best, which is sell and actually go ahead and implement the things that we have you do, right? Because we're going to set up the system, and all you have to do from there is actually learn how to use it, how to operate it, and how to execute on it, okay? And so when we have those two things, we know for a fact that you're either going to get the result, and then worst case scenario, you either work with us, you learn a whole bunch of things, you get the system set up, and you have a refund, okay? Because we don't want to take your money if we can't help you get the results. Okay, if you get 60 to 85% of this done, then we know for a fact you will still produce results. And if you're not able to do anything above 60%, then we know for a fact you're not going to get the results, and you're not going to be able to go ahead and get an implementation or see the results. So by installing the dealership arbitrage model, you now have a compounding business that's going to allow you to then have leverage, right? Because now you have more control over your time. Now you have control over your growth. You control everything from A to Z. This is your own business. And by having a system like this, you're able to grow. You're able to spend time with your family. You're able to continue to push the envelope with your career and actually create a business that serves you rather than serving the business that you work for. Because now you have leverage, right? You have a leverage system that you can actually just, consistently repeat over and over and over again that compounds for you, that allows you to scale a system. You have a system in place to sell cars, right? So now, you're growing your customer base way faster because you're getting more attention. You have more people that are buying from you. You have more people that are referring you, right? Now you're able to reinvest into your own marketing system so that you can scale and get more customers. And not only that, you now have leverage because now you have a system and you can start to hire out and build your own business and hire other people to help you set appointments or to sell the cars with you, right? So that's the end goal that's going to allow you to have the dream outcome of being able to build your own business within a business. So simply put, you need to be able to break free from the dealership system and create your own system, because with the current system that you're in, if you don't do anything different, you're always going to have the same result. You're going to be on that revolving door every single day for the rest of your career unless you make a change and decide to create your own business that's going to allow you to have the freedom, the time, and the opportunity to keep growing within your income. So let me give you an example, right? So Luis Llanes, he sells Toyotas and he's out from the state of Texas, okay? And he's a stone cold killer. Like, this guy is really good at what he does. He was one of the best closers before he even got into contact with us at his store. But the problem is, he, like many other people, he ran into a similar problem. After being at this at his job for a couple years, he started to hit this plateau where he knew he was destined for more and he could have so much more room for growth. The only issue was, he tried generating his own leads, he tried to build his own business within a business, but he just couldn't figure it out. So we helped him install the dealership arbitrage model, which then allowed him to sell 12 cars within his first month. And then soon then after, his managers noticed, he applied for a used manager position. He was able to be promoted, and he's a huge family guy. He's now making more money than he ever has. He's being able to then leverage the system, give leads to his entire team, which is then able to help him feed his family, his 2 kids, and actually be able to take care of them, spend more time with them, and live a life in car sales that's actually worth living. Or you can take, for example, Javon Banks. You've probably seen him on TikTok or you've probably seen him on social media. But Javon worked with us and he literally moved out to a new city and went all in, okay? So he moved out to Texas, and when he was there, he literally invested 80% of what he had right after moving into our program, and now he's making $15,000 a month selling cars with his brand deals because he implemented and now has his own business within his own business, and now he's one of the top salesmen at his dealership consistently every single month, and now he's not worried about where his next sale is coming from because he has a system in place. And take, for example, we have Don, right? OG in the business space. He's almost been in the business for almost 50 years. He's installed the dealership arbitrage model because he knew that he's his own business within a business. He literally ran 3 different franchises at the time back in his day, and he did that for the majority of his career. But he decided to step back down into sales because he knew that he could have the earning potential of having your own business within a business without all the extra sacrifice and all the extra stress. And the problem was, he ran into the same exact problem as everybody else who's been in the business for a while. He ended up hitting a plateau. He was stuck at $10,000 a month for years. And then in a few short months, we helped him implement the dealership arbitrage model that was allowing him to be able to then get to $30,000 per month consistently. And I've worked with this guy for over 2 years, okay? And he's consistently been making $30,000 a month. And in the past 2 years, he's now on track to be able to retire and travel the U.S. with his family and, be able to retire properly. And last but not least, I have Daniel Juarez, right? He was been in the business for 5 years. He literally moved from Venezuela. This guy wasn't really that good at speaking English, but he came in, installed the dealership arbitrage model, and was able to sell an extra 15, 20 cars a month just from his marketing systems alone. He's able to grow and scale. He has an appointment setter in his CRM that helps him manage his entire appointments. And then he has an assistant that helps him actually, sell more cars. And this is how he's able to deliver 76 cars in the month of March and was able to take home $60,000 in commissions, which is absolutely unheard of. But this is why being able to have the dealership arbitrage model build your own business within a business and allow you to reach heights that people never thought possible. So with this offer, obviously we have no incentive to sell people that we genuinely just cannot help, right? Okay. So if you're looking for a get rich quick scheme in the car business, this is not it, right? This is going to take some effort, some energy, and obviously we're going to do a lot of the legwork, but obviously, like I said, on your end is the implementation. Obviously, if you're not great at sales and you're not great at closing, we can do almost everything for you except close the deal. So if that's your problem, then we're not here to help you out with that. Also, if you're not fully committed to growing in the car sales business, we can't help you, grow a business, because this is something for somebody who's committed and serious. And if you're not in a position to actually go ahead and invest into yourself, or you're simply not willing to, then I would encourage you to go a different route, or, check out my free resources. But who is this for? Okay, so this is for the people that want to become the top 1% in the car sales industry, okay? You want to be able to control your time, be able to spend more time with your family, your loved ones. You're looking to have consistency with your income. You want to reach new limits and heights with your business, and you have at least $1.5 to $2 grand per month to invest into yourself, and you're willing to invest into yourself because it takes risk. You have to invest into yourself, and you have to be willing to grow. So what's next? So look, at this point, you have two choices, okay? So the first option is that you can go off and do this on your own. You can grit your teeth through everything. You can, spend your own time, waste your own money, and go through every single process in detail on your own to try and figure out how to do things from A to Z. Or you have choice number 2. So your second choice is to work with me and my team, where we literally have worked with almost 300 sales professionals. We have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars testing ads. We've worked in almost over 30 states, testing out different ad angles, what's working, what's not working. We've worked with all of the brands trying to figure it out, and we have all of the data that you need. We have all the systems, all the processes already built out, and we have the expertise. So if you would like the chance to see if you qualify for this offer and actually break free from the dealership system and actually be able to grow and scale your own business within a business, what I would like for you to do is actually go ahead and schedule a demo down below with me and my team. And so on this call, whether we can help you out or not, we'll make sure to give you an actionable game plan so that you can actually grow and scale your own business within a business. However, because we do offer a guarantee, we're not incentivized to literally help anyone, right? So if we can't help you out, we'll just be very straightforward and very blunt with your current situation. So if you're watching this, you need to schedule a call, because we have a non-compete clause for people that sign up at a dealership. So you don't want to have somebody else at your dealership sign up with us and you're not able to work with us, because we've literally had some of our top clients have their coworkers throw money at us, and I've simply have turned it down based off of the fact that, we have loyalty to our clients and the people that have worked with us in the past. So if you want a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for a guaranteed shot to actually go ahead and grow and scale your sales, go ahead and schedule a time with me and my team down below.